Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vet. It's Veterans Stadium for today's game between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Sid Fernandez will take the mound for the Mets. He'll be making his first start of the year. He'll be opposed by some bum by the name of Steve Carlton for Philadelphia. He's made one start in the year and is 1-0 with an ERA of 1.5. This is his first start against the Mets. It's 69 degrees, wind speed 7 miles per hour, right to left. So this is the second game of a 3-game series between the Mets and the Phillies early in the season. The Mets lost the first game to the Phillies. The Phillies already had up to a 3-0 start. The Mets are at 1-1 for the year at the moment. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the New York Mets. It'll be Dykstra leading off, followed by Tim Teufel gets his first start of the year. Hernandez will bat third. Carter will bat fourth. Strawberry will bat fifth. I put Kevin Mitchell into the lineup to bat sixth. Ray Knight will bat seventh. Santana will bat 8th, and Fernandez will bat 9th. Let's take a look at the starting field positions for the Phillies. We will have Mike Schmidt playing first base today, Juan Samuel at second, Steve Jeltz at third at shortstop, Rick Shue gets the start at third base, Gary Redus at left, Milt Thompson in center, Glenn Wilson in right. Behind the plate, John Russell getting the start at catcher, and Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton, 6.18 ERA that year, but the replay right now has him going at 1.5 ERA. So Steve Carlton already off to a good start after his first appearance with the Phillies early. The Phillies have played already 3 games. This is only the third game of the season for the Mets. They had a lot of rainouts early in the year, but they were able to get all 3 games against the Phillies early in the season. Let's go to the top of the first, shall we? Leading off for the Mets will be Lenny Dykstra, batting 1 for 7 so far in the replay. Dykstra hits one up the middle. That's a leadoff base hit. So Dykstra grounds to first, and Dykstra hits a base hit to center, and Thompson tossed it back in. Of course, what I just said didn't make any sense, did it? But Dykstra's on at first, and the batter will be Tim Teufel. Tim Teufel was in my opinion, was a very solid replacement for Wally Backman when Backman needed a day off, or they were going against left-handed pitching. Tim Teufel batted .247 that year at 4 home runs. 31s were unbatted in, but Tim Teufel was very capable. He was also pretty much interesting in that Mets for that Mets team. Dykstra on at first. He's got a 60% chance to steal. Teufel actually not bad when it comes to hit and run. So if I have the bump, we're just going to go ahead hit. And Teufel grounds one to Samuel. Samuel throws to Jeltz on to first, and they get the double play. Veterans Stadium, pretty much a dump. Still a dump. 2 men away, and here's Keith Hernandez. He's 3 for 8 for the season so far. Here's the pitch from Carlton. And Hernandez hits one up the middle. That's another base hit. Hernandez picks up a hit. He'll go to first, and the batter will be Gary Carter. Gary Carter 1 for 8 so far in the replay. Here's the pitch from Carlton. Carter hits one deep, and that ball is out of here. Carter smacks his first home run of the season, and he blew it up about 379 feet, and the Veterans Stadium crowd doesn't like that one. So suddenly, after a 1.5 ERA, Carlton's ERA blows up to 4.05 on 1 hit, and the Mets chip out in front 2-0. It will bring up Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry 3 for 9 for the replay so far. He has one RBI. He's scored twice so far this season. Here's the pitch from Carlton. Strawberry lifts one to right, but Wilson's got the play, and that ends the inning. So the Mets pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Phillies. Gary Redus will lead it off, followed by Thompson. Juan Samuel will bat third. Mike Schmidt in cleanup, batting fourth. Glenn Wilson batting fifth. John Russell batting sixth. Rick Shue batting seventh. Steve Jeltz batting eighth. And Carlton, the pitcher, batting ninth. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Mets. We have Keith Hernandez on at first base, Tim Teufel at second, Rafael Santana the shortstop, Ray Knight at third. I put Kevin Mitchell into left field today. Reason, he's better against left-handers than George Foster was on the original lineup. Dykstra will be in center. Darryl Strawberry in right. Carter behind the plate as usual. And on the mound is Sid Fernandez. Sid Fernandez, 3.52 ERA, 16 wins, 6 losses, even had a save. He struck out 200. Fernandez was always a tough pitcher for the Mets, and he gets his first start today. Taking a look at the ticker, we see Cleveland already leading Detroit 1-0 in the first inning there on the 10-minute ticker. I always like taking a look at some of their games going on, as is important here in this 1986 replay. This is April 12th, 1986. This was a day game against the Phillies. And it was a pretty nice day. 69 degrees, clear, wind 7 miles an hour, right to left. Leading off for the Phillies will be Gary Ritas. He's batting .333 for the replay. And Sid Fernandez with the pitch. And Ritas hits one to center. Dykstra's got it, 1 down. Here's Milt Thompson batting .308 for the replay, 4 for 13. Struck him out. Fernandez gets his first strikeout of the season, and now we'll see Juan Samuel. Samuel, always a threat to steal on the base paths. He already has 2 stolen bases, and I think both of them were against the Mets in that first game. Samuel batting 4 for 12 early in the replay. Here's the pitch to Samuel, and he hits one into the outfield for a base hit. Samuel's going to have himself, that's going to be extra bases. Samuel with a stand-up double. And that brings up the ever-dangerous Mike Schmidt. However, he's only batting 1 for 11 in the replay, so Schmidt getting off to pretty much to a struggling start early. We'll see if Sid Fernandez can get him out. Here's the windup. Fernandez coming through with the pitch. And Schmidt hits one to center. But Dykstra's got it. And if you're the Mets, that's exactly what you wanted you to do. You scored 2 runs in the inning, and you did not let Philadelphia get any back. At the end of 1, still 2-0 Mets. We go to the second. And Kevin Mitchell will get his first start for the Mets this season. He batted .277. A lot of people don't realize he was one of the better hitters of the Mets that year. .277, 12 home runs. And he had scored 51 runs, 43 RBIs. But Kevin Mitchell, however, he was a bit of a head case. And maybe he still is. I don't know. But I'll tell you the truth. Kevin Mitchell is one of those stars in the bottom of the 10th inning against the Red Sox who got on base. So as far as I'm concerned, Kevin, anything you did that year was forgiven when you scored when you scored the tying run on the wild pitch. Carlton will pitch. Mitchell will take a shot. Here's the pitch. Mitchell hits one deep to center, and that one is out of here. Kevin Mitchell smacks a home run. So it looks like I made the right call. That's the second home run given up by Carlton. And so Mitchell gets his first homer of the year, 380 feet, and the Mets now make it 3-0. Here's Ray Knight. Ray Knight making his first appearance of the season also. He batted .298 in 1986, 11 homers, 76 RBIs, and of course Ray Knight made that big scoring play. All right, scored the winning run on the ball hit down the line behind the bag. Knight is the batter. Here's the pitch from Carlton. Knight hits one into the outfield for a base hit, and we'll get a nice he blasts the line drive to short. Ritas fires it back in, and the Mets start with a man on first. So run on first base already, as already the Mets are taking it to Carlton early. Rafael Santana, the batter. He's 0 for 7 so far. He has yet to get a hit this season. Let's see if he can do it here. And he pops one up to center. Thompson's got it. 2 down, 1 away. And now the batter is Sid Fernandez, and he will come in to try for a bunt, to try to move Knight over. There's the bunt attempt, and he dribbles it. Knight on his way to second, and he is going to make it as Fernandez is thrown out. So Knight goes to second base, and now we'll see Lenny Dykstra. Runner on second. Carlton looking. Gets the sign from Russell. Here's the pitch to Dykstra. Dykstra hits one at the middle, but Samuel's going to get him out at first. But anytime you score a run, it's always a good thing. They leave a man on base, but it's 3-0 Mets. We go to the bottom of the second. Glenn Wilson leads off for the Phillies. 5 for 13 so far, so he's off to a good start. Here's the pitch from Fernandez. And he lifts one to right. Strawberry got it. 1 out. Here's John Russell. 1 for 4 so far for the Phillies this year. And we'll see if we'll see if Fernandez can put him down. And Russell hits one foul. Here's the next try. Struck him out. Fernandez picks up his second strikeout of the year. And now we'll see Rick Shue. Rick Shue is an interesting character for the Phillies, I thought. Batted .274. He had 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. Not a bad player. Not a bad backup to play third base when Mike Schmidt was not available or Schmidt was playing first. Here's the pitch to Shue. Shue hits one to left. Mitchell's got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Fernandez. At the end of 2, still 3-0. We go to the third inning. Detroit's now tied it up with Cleveland 1-1. And Tim Tuffle will bat for the Mets. And Tuffle grounds one to Jeltz. And Jeltz is going to get him out, 1 down. 1 away, and now here's Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Hernandez down on strikes. So 2 down now for as Carlton tries to settle down a little bit after giving 2 quick home runs. The kid will now bat. Here's Carter. And Carter draws a walk. He'll go to first as he hit the home run earlier. And now the batter is Strawberry. Strawberry 3 for 10. Carter stays at the bag. Schmidt holding him on. Carlton looks at the sign. There's the pitch to Darrell. Darrell hits one down the line. Foul ball. Just missed it. Just missed it. He'll get another chance, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Strawberry. Walked him. So Strawberry draws a walk on a 1 and 2. And so now the Mets have runners at first and second for Kevin Mitchell, who already hit his first home run of the year. Yankees leading Milwaukee 2-0 in the 8th in the American League. So here's Kevin Mitchell, 1 for 1 with his first home run of the season. Let's see if he can cash in some more runs. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. Struck him out. And Carlton gets a big strikeout. We go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0. Steve Jeltz leads off for the Phillies. We'll see if Fernandez can keep going. Here's the pitch from Fernandez. Jeltz grounds one. That's a base hit to center, and the Phillies get their first hit of the year, first hit of the game. Jeltz will hold at third. The batter will be Carlton. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see a bunt attempt from Steve Carlton. We'll bring in the corners. Here's the pitch. There's the bunt. Carter going out, fires to first. They'll get him out there easily. Beautiful bunt by Carlton. Jeltz will move to second. Top of the batting order for the Phillies and Gary Reedus. He's 0 for 1 today. Gonna pitch to Reedus. And that's a walk. So now Fernandez finds himself in a little bit of a jam. Runners at first and second and 1 out. And here's Milt Thompson, who's 0 for 1. Gotta be a little careful here, but we're gonna try. We're gonna make it easy. Here's the pitch to Thompson from Fernandez. Thompson grounds one to Santana. There's only players at first base, but Thompson is safe. It's an infield hit. Santana just couldn't get him out, and now the bases are loaded for Juan Samuel. So the Phillies are now 1 hit away from taking the lead. So now Sid Fernandez has got to buckle down a little bit here and try to get out of this jam. Going to keep the infield normal. There's no need for an infield end. Here's the pitch to Samuel. Samuel lifts one fly ball to left. Mitchell's got it. Jeltz is tagging. He will not throw home. Jeltz will score. And the Phillies are on the board. It's now 3-1 with now Mike Schmidt coming in. And no, you didn't have a 12% chance, and you didn't want the runner at second going to third. So Mitchell makes the right play. Schmidt is now the batter. Schmidt is 0 for 1. See if Fernandez can get him out. Here's the pitch. And he walked him. So another walk given up by Fernandez. Fernandez had 200 strikeouts, and he gave up 91 walks. So pretty much for every two strikeouts, he gave up a walk. The batter now is Glenn Wilson. Bases loaded again, but 2 outs here. Can Fernandez get out of the jam? Carter flashes the sign. Here's the pitch from Sid. And he hits a fly ball to Strawberry. Strawberry's got it, and that ends the inning. So the Phillies did get 1 run, but that was all they got. Mets 3, Phillies 1. We go to the 4th. Detroit leading Cleveland now 4-2 in the American League. Ray Knight leads off for New York. Steve Carlton's already through on 64 pitches. Pitch count in the 1980s, baseball was different, even is today. Today, you really look at pitch counts. If a pitcher reaches 100 pitches, you think he's already done. Even in the 80s, pitchers were still throwing 100, 115, 120 pitches before they were changed. So even today's baseball has changed dramatically from even the 80s. And of course, you go back to the 1900s, 1910s, where Christy Mathewson could throw 150, 200 pitches, okay, one day, take 1 day off, and he's back the next day. Those were real baseball players, right? Top of the 4th, here's Ray Knight, who's 1 for 1. And Knight will go down on strikes. That is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Carlton. He has 8 on the year so far. Here's Santana. Santana 0 for 1, still looking for his first hit of the year. And he's finally got it. Santana gets a base hit and that was a poor play. And it looks like looks like a poor play is made, and Samuel could make the play. Santana's hung up between first and second, and Samuel tags Santana for the out. Santana got hung up and is tossed out at second. Not smart. And that's a second out. And now the batter is Fernandez. Fernandez batted 162 that year. 4 RBIs. He had 11. He was 3 for 11 for hits. Here's the pitch to Fernandez, and he hits one into the outfield for a base hit. So Sid Fernandez gives himself a nice little hit. So that's one of the 11 hits he gets this year in the replay. And now the batter is Dykstra with Fernandez on at first. Two men out, top of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Dykstra. Dykstra hits one. That is going to be a base hit. Fernandez will go to 3rd, and he'll hold there. So Dykstra gets himself his another hit in the game. Now the runner's at 1st and 3rd for Tuffle, who's 0 for 2. He may be due here. Carlton's already thrown 78 pitches, and we're in the 4th inning. But can Tim Tuffle come through for the Mets right now? 1st and 3rd, here's the pitch. Tuffle grounds one to Jeltz. He's going to make the easy play at second, and the Phillies will get out of the inning. The Mets left 5 on base so far in this game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. John Russell leads off for Philadelphia. Still 3-1. And here's the pitch from Fernandez. Struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for El Cid, and now the batter will be Shu. Shu is 0 for 1. The pitch. Shu lifts one to center. Dykstra's got it. 2 men down. And now we'll see Steve Jeltz. Jeltz is 1 for 1. He got on, and it looks like I think he got on an infield hit. Here's the pitch to Jeltz. Jeltz grounds one through the infield for a base hit. And it looks like might have an error. It looks like Jeltz is going to go to second. And that is an error. Strawberry juggled the ball, and Jeltz is on second base. First error of the game for the Mets. But now the batter is Carlton. So if you want to get out of this inning, you need to get Carlton out. Here's the pitch to Steve Carlton from Fernandez. Struck him out, and he did that. So the Mets get out of a small jam and don't give up anything more after that. Still 3-1 New York. We go to the 5th. Chicago Cubs lead Pittsburgh 3-0. Keith Hernandez leads off for the Mets. Hernandez is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Hernandez lifts one to center. And that one is going to be off the wall. Hernandez is going to have himself a double. A leadoff double for Hernandez. And the batter now is Gary Carter. He's already hit his first home run of the season. Carlton toes the rubber. The Mets have got 9 hits so far in this game. Mets trying to even this series up with the Phillies. Hernandez on at second. Here's the pitch to Carter. Carter grounds one to Jeltz. And Carter's going to be sick. Let's see what happens. They'll have to hurry. They'll never get Carter. Jeltz won't even bother throwing, and Hernandez holds at second, so that goes as a base hit. So Jeltz couldn't make the play. It will go as a base hit. That's the 10th hit for the Mets. And now you have Darryl Strawberry, who's 0 for 1. Can Strawberry come through with a big hit right now? Carlton is already at 90 pitches. And here's the pitch to Darryl. And that is going to be a wild pitch or a pass. It's a pass ball, so the runners will move up. So Hernandez goes to third. Carter goes to second. That scored a pass ball. Now you got runners at second and third and nobody out. The question is, do you pitch to Strawberry or do you pitch to Mitchell, who already belted one? We'll see what they do. And Strawberry hits one to the outfield for a base hit. That will score a run. And that's going to do it for Carlton. So a run scores. The Mets now make it 4-1 on an RBI by Strawberry. Coming on to pitch now for Philly will be Don Carmen. Don Carmen had 10 wins, 5 losses, a 3.22 ERA in 1986. This is his first appearance in the replay. Runners at first and third, and now you have Kevin Mitchell batting. If you're the Mets, you want to get as many runs as you can. You know Philadelphia can still be tough. Carmen on the mound now. He's a lefty. But really doesn't mean I need to change my batting order, because my batting order really was designed against left-handed batting. Left-handed pitching, I should say. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. Mitchell pumps one up to Shoe, and this is going to be a foul ball. So no balls, 2 strikes. They'll do it again. The pitch from Carmen. Mitchell pops one up into center, and this ball is caught by Thompson. Carter will score on the sacrifice fly, and it is now 5-1 Mets. One man out, though. Strawberry's still on at first. Knight the batter. Knight is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Carmen. Knight hits one to left. Reedus has got it, and that's the second out. And no, you're not going to make an attempt. You're going to keep Strawberry at second base. It was a deep fly ball, but not enough for me to move Strawberry over to second, and there's no need to. Let Rafael Santana take a shot at it. He's 1 for 2 for the game, and now 1 for 9. So Santana finally picked up his first hit. Don Carmen on the mound. Strawberry on at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Santana. Santana hits one to Wilson in right. Wilson's got it on a great play. He lunged at the track and got it, and that will end the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 5-1 Mets now as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Sid Fernandez has made 75 pitches. Gary Reedus will lead off for the Phillies. Reedus is 0 for 1. The pitch struck him out. Fernandez gets his 5th strikeout of the game. And now Milt Thompson coming up. Milt Thompson, 5 for 15 for the replay, and he's 1 for 2 today. The pitch from Fernandez. He struck him out, and Carter has to throw him out. It looks like Carter dropped the ball, and he does throw to first for the out. Fernandez gets the punch out. That is strikeout number 6. And now here's Juan Samuel. He's 1 for 1. He got himself a double in this game and already has a run batted in. Juan Samuel batting .385 so far to start, 5 for 13. Samuel is the batter. Fernandez got them. Fernandez, here's the pitch. And Samuel hits one deep, but Mitchell's got it on a great play. He made the catch to retire the side, and he had to dive for it. So nothing across in the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 Mets, we go to the 6th inning. Don Carmen still on the mound for the Phillies, and now Sid Fernandez will lead off for the Mets, and yes, I'll let him bat. It's only the 6th inning. Fernandez is 1 for 1. Let's see if he can get another one. Here's the pitch. Not that time, he strikes out. So now we'll see Lenny Dykstra, 2 for 3 for the game. And we'll see if Dykstra can get on board. Don Carmen winds up. Here's the pitch. And Dykstra goes down on strikes. That's 2 straight strikeouts for Carmen. Carmen had 98 strikeouts for the Phillies in '86. That's not bad. That's not bad. Here's Tuffle. Tuffle 0 for 3. He has yet to get on. Here's the pitch. And he will fly out to Milt Thompson. And he made the catch. He had him played perfectly. And that's a quick inning for the Mets. Bottom of the 6th. The Mets still lead 5-1. Mike Schmidt leads off for the Phillies. Fernandez says he still looks strong. I believe that, and I'll keep him out there for at least another inning. But Mike Schmidt, though, can change a game quickly. Here's the pitch to Schmidt. Schmidt grounds one to Tuffle. He makes a great play and will throw him out at first. Tuffle had to die for it. He got it and just nailed Schmidt. Schmidt was an average runner, all right, but if that was like Juan Samuel, he doesn't make that play. Here's Glenn Wilson. He's 0 for 2 today. Wilson laces one right to Knight. A frozen rope to third, and Knight just grabbed it out of the air, and that's the second out. The New York Yankees beat Milwaukee 5-4, so that game's in the final in the books right now. 2 men out. John Russell batting for the Phillies. Here's the pitch to Russell, and Fernandez picks up strikeout number 7. At the end of 6, it's still 5-1. Still 5-1 Mets. We go to the 7th. Don Carmen still on the mound. He could probably go for another couple more innings. Keith Hernandez will lead off for the Mets. He's 2 for 3. Hernandez has a double, and he's scored twice. There's the pitch to Keith. Hernandez hits one to center. Thompson's got it. 1 down. 1 away, and that will bring up Carter. Carter 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 RBIs and scored twice. Here's the pitch to Gary. Carter hits one to Samuel. Should be routine. It is, and that's the second out. And now we'll see Strawberry. Strawberry 1 for 2 with an RBI. Against left-handers, Strawberry only bats .209. So let's see what he does here. But he is batting .364 so far. For the replays, 4 for 11. Let's see if Strawberry can make a play. Here's the pitch to Strawberry. Strawberry lifts one to Wilson. But Wilson's got it. A quick inning. Nothing across. Bottom of the 7th, still 5-1 Mets. Fernandez, they say, seems fine. He's got 100 pitches so far. Rick Shue will lead it off for the Phillies. We'll see if Fernandez can keep it going. Here's the pitch to Shue. Shue lifts one to center, and that is caught by Mitchell on the warning track, and he got it. That's 1 out. That will bring up Steve Jeltz. Jeltz is 2 for 2. He's had a good game today. Here's the pitch to Jeltz. Struck him out. And that's the 8th strikeout for Fernandez. And now the Phillies will bring up Carmen. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring in a pinch hitter for this. But I'm going to call for a regular pitch, and they do. So now batting for the Phillies will be Luis Aguayo. Aguayo batted .211 in 1986. He had 133 at-bats. He had 4 home runs. Pretty much a bench warmer Santana, because he pretty much had the same average that Santana had. 2 men out. Can Fernandez finish the 7th inning? Here's the pitch to Luis Aguayo. And he hits one to left. Mitchell's got it, and that's a quick inning for the Phillies. At the end of 7, it's still 5-1 Mets. We go to the 8th. New pitcher for Philadelphia will be Larry Anderson. In 1986, a 4.26 ERA. He only pitched about 12 innings. So Larry Anderson is with 35 pitches. He's in there pretty much to try to slow down the Mets' attack. Kevin Mitchell will lead off for the Mets in the 8th. He's 1 for 2 with a homer. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. Mitchell grounds one into the outfield for a base hit, and Mitchell continues to have a good game. And it says, try for a double with Mitchell, safe chance 78%. I'm going to say no and just keep him at first base. No need to try anything. No need to try anything. You're up 5-1. Keep it cool. Keep it cool. Keep Philadelphia on their heels. Toronto leads Kansas City 4-1 in the 5th inning in other action. Knight will bat for New York. 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to Knight. Knight grounds one to Jeltz, and are they gonna turn 2? Yes, they will. So Knight grounds into a double play. I still think I made the right call to not send, even though it was 78% chance, 22% chance. I still think I made the right call. Santana will bat. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Santana. Santana lifts one to Wilson, and this ball is off the wall. Santana's going to have himself a double. A stand-up double for Santana. And in a way, that's not a great thing because now it forces me to pinch hit for Fernandez, where maybe I thought I might be able to get him one more inning. But he was close to his EPC anyway. So we are going to go to the bench with a runner on second base. And Anderson's a right-hander, so we're going to bring in Danny Heap. So coming on to pinch hit for the Mets will be Danny Heap. He's 2 for 4 so far in the replay. He batted .282 in 86. Santana on at second. Heap the batter. Anderson, a chance for the Mets to maybe get an extra run. Here's the pitch to Danny Heap. Heap lifts one to left, but Reedus has got it. And that ends the inning. Still 5-1 Mets. We go to the 8th. And we see two righties and a lefty. So we're going to go to the bullpen. Two righties and a lefty, and I think we're going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in Aguilera to try to set it up for either a Roscoe or a McDowell. So coming on to pitch for the Mets will be Rick Aguilera. He's made 0.2 innings pitched so far, and he has a strikeout. Leading off for the Phillies will be Gary Reedus. Here's the pitch to Reedus. Reedus grounds one. Foul ball. Just made it foul. Just made it foul. So Reedus still at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to see if Aguilera can get him out. He had 104 strikeouts that year. Going to be aggressive, see if we can get Reedus out. Here's the pitch. And he hits one to center. But Dykstra's got it. 1 out. That will bring up Milt Thompson, who's 1 for 3. Thompson batting .220, 257 against right-handers. See if Aguilera can get the job done. Here's the pitch from Rick. Thompson hits one to right. Strawberry on his horse, but Strawberry's got it. 2 outs. And now Juan Samuel. Is Aguilera trying to get it all done, try to close the game down. Aguilera looks at the signs. Samuel puts a bat on his shoulder, and here's the pitch. Samuel hits one to center. Dykstra going back, but Dykstra's got it. He puts it away for the out, and so far, Mets pitching has done the job today. 8 innings in the book, still 5-1. We now go to the top of the 9th. Larry Anderson still on the mound for the Phillies. Dykstra will lead it off. He's 2 for 4 today. Dykstra grounds one to the right side. Schmidt's going to throw to Anderson and get him out. Nice cover job by Larry Anderson. That's 1 down. Here's Tim Tuffle. Tuffle yet to get a hit today. He's 0 for 4. Anderson toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. And it's a base hit into center field, so Tuffle will now become a member of the hit parade. And right there, he's talking with the first base coach saying, well, at least I got something to help out. The batter is Keith Hernandez. He is 2 for 4 with a double and has scored twice. Tuffle on at first, not really a threat to steal. Hernandez looking at Anderson. And here's the pitch to Keith. And Hernandez rips one into the outfield. That's going to go for at least 2. Tuffle will score. And Hernandez going to third. And he is safe with a triple. Hernandez comes up big there. It gets the Mets an insurance run, and now they lead at 6-1 here. Great hit by Keith Hernandez. Still 1 out. Gary Carter at bat. So a sacrifice run is available. And we'll see what the Phillies do. Anderson still on the mound. He's made 26 pitches, but here's the pitch to Carter. Carter lifts one to right. Wilson's got it. It's pretty shallow. They're going to send Hernandez, and he's out at the plate. He's out at the plate. Great throw. Great throw by Wilson, and that does end the inning. But the Mets do get an insurance run. They now lead 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Rick Aguilera still on the mound. He's a righty. He's a right-hander. I'm going to keep him on the mound unless I need to bring in someone else. Mike Schmidt leads off for the Phillies. Bottom of the 9th inning. Always dangerous. Here's the pitch from Aguilera. And he hits one into the outfield for a base hit. So Mike Schmidt gets a base hit between third and short, and the Phillies get the leadoff runner on base. It's now gone final. Detroit 7, Cleveland 3. The batter now is Glenn Wilson, who made a heck of a play from the outfield. Schmidt on at first, not a threat to steal, but Aguilera the pitcher. Here's the pitch to Glenn Wilson, and we're going to see a pinch hitter in Darren Daulton. Daulton will pinch hit. He is a lefty. But Aguilera is going to stay on the mound and pitch to him. Here's the pitch to Daulton. Struck him out. Big strikeout by Aguilera. That's his first strikeout of the game, and the batter now will be John Russell. Schmidt still stays at first. Aguilera and Carter taking a look at everything. John Russell at the plate, and here's the pitch from Aguilera. Russell hits one into the outfield for a base hit. Schmidt will hold at second, so runners at first and second now with 1 out, and now Rick Shue coming up. Rick Aguilera had been a little of a jam. He's made 24 pitches. Runners at first and second. The tying run is not on deck yet. We'll see if Aguilera can keep it in there. Shue is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch to Shue. And he walked him. So now the bases are loaded for Steve Jeltz, who's a switch hitter. And now with bases loaded, now I have to go to the bullpen. So now coming on to pitch for New York will be Roger McDowell. So now this just became a save situation. Jeltz is on at the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. But Jeltz bats .217 against lefty, again .221 against right-handers. But I got 2 right-handers waiting to go. 6-1, bottom of the 9th, 1 out. McDowell on the mound. Here's the pitch to Jeltz. Jeltz hits one high, but Strawberry's got it. And Strawberry tosses it in, and it was not deep enough to score Schmidt. So that's the second out. Larry Anderson coming up. I'm pretty sure we'll see a pinch hitter, and we will. And it will be Von Hayes. Von Hayes bats .340 against right-handers. So yes, I'm bringing in Orozco to counter it. So coming on now to pitch for the Mets will be Jesse Orozco. He's already made zero. He's already pitched 2/3 of an inning. He's given up a hit and a walk. But Von Hayes is a little bit difficult against lefties. So Jesse Orozco coming on to close this door. 6-1, bottom of the ninth. Phillies threatening. We'll see if Orozco can get the job done. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. And he hits one up the middle for a base hit. And the game is still going on. A run will score. It's now 6-2. So Orozco can't get him out. And now we will see Gary Reedus, who now represents the tying run. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Can't get this game over. Need one little out. Jesse Orozco will stay on the mound, as it doesn't matter which he does better, which he does with Gary Reedus. Is 248 or 247? It doesn't matter. This is going to be Orozco's game to try to close. Here's the pitch to Reedus from Orozco. He walked in a run, and the Mets still can't get out of the game. It's now 6-3. Now Milt Thompson represents the winning run. Milt Thompson coming up to bat now, but bats .220 against lefties. Bases still loaded, 2 outs. Can Orozco finish it off here? Can't get out of the inning. Mets lead 6-3. Here's the pitch from Orozco. And he hits one to Hernandez, who will make the play, and that will end it. And that wraps it up from Veterans Stadium as the Mets escape disaster and will take a 6-3 win. That was a little close, people. A little closer than I'd like, but we get the win and we tie the series up, so we'll have a rubber game against the Phillies. Keith Hernandez, I'm going to get, I can't talk here. Keith Hernandez was 3 for 5 with a run batted in. He had a double and a triple. He didn't get the home run, though. He just missed the cycle by the homer. Gary Carter, 2 for 4. It's kind of tough to give the Golden Bat Award here. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Carter. He was 2 for 4 with a big home run, 2 RBIs. Gary Carter will get my Golden Bat Award for the Mets. Hernandez very, very close. 3 for 5 with a triple and a double. Mitchell had a good game too. He belted a home run. 2 for 3 with a homer. Those are the guys. Sid Fernandez gets the win. He'll go to 1-0. Carlton drops to 1-1. For the Phillies, it was Steve Jeltz who actually pretty much had a pretty good game. He was 2 for 4. 2 for 4. Sid Fernandez got the win. McDowell got the hold. Orozco got the save, but it was pretty difficult. He did give up a hit and a walk. So his whip just went up a little bit, so I got to be a little careful using him, but long way to go. Carlton had a rough game. He gave up 5 runs on 11 hits, only went 4 innings, and Carlton drops to 1-1. So that is it for this game today. I'll see you next time when the Mets will have a rubber match against the Phillies to see who wins the series. Final score here, Mets 6, Phillies 3. See you next time, everybody.